Good morning. When people are afraid to ask questions, we have to ask them, even if they attack us and say that we are phobic or racist or sick. Of course we're not sick. It's the other guys who are sick. Being too afraid to know the answer. This is sick. Yeah, it is. Or lazy, or both. Maybe you are too lazy to look into it. And you just parrot what is politically correct, and you don't know what you're talking about. Lazy. So one of the questions that I've been asking lately is this one. Black Lives Matter. This is all good, right? You can make a banner and you will be a good person. Black Lives Matter. Which is fine. But if you make another banner and say White Lives Matter, then you are a racist. And I didn't understand this at all. Why is this racist? And here's a guy or a woman who tried to explain it. And I thought, well, this is interesting. Well, they didn't make a good job with it, but it's an explanation at least. This happened in the UK. Somebody put up this banner, White Lives Matter, on this bridge on the M6 highway. That was a big fuss. And people wanted it to be taken down because it was racist. And then there was this spokesperson for this organization. It's called Stand Up to Racism, who explained why it's racist, all right? So here we go. Let's see what you think. This spokesperson said, "Let's just make one thing clear. No one who supports the Black Lives Matter BLM protests is saying that white lives don't matter. Of course they do." Well, okay, good. Right? But then he says, "For too long, Black Lives Matter have been treated as if they matter less, right? As the murder of George Floyd graphically showed." All right. And then he said, "And by organizing this banner, White Lives Matter, you deliberately attack the anti-racist campaign." So now I start to see. I see the light. You're making a statement. You say Black Lives Matter. And somebody saying that White Lives Matter is saying that you are wrong. See? So then, if you're saying that you are wrong, then of course it's racist. Yeah, I see the point. Yeah, I do. Now the thing is, saying that White Lives Matter is not making you wrong, is it? All lives matter. So it doesn't work. That would be different if somebody said, "Yeah, no, you're wrong," you see? Yeah, then I see it. But they don't say that, do they? Well, let's be very clear about these things. I'm going to tell you a story from Germany. When in Sweden, when the debate about Islam started, it became really big. I realized that I didn't know very much about it, and I decided to study. Yeah. Maybe I studied more than an average Muslim, I don't know, but I did study, yeah, and learned. So, and then I started to ask questions. Yeah. Yeah. But people around me, they didn't understand why I was doing this. There was no. Maybe this is phobic or something. Do you want to know? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to tell you a story from Germany. This is about a Tunisian guy. His name is Hamza. He met with a German lady, Ann-Kathrin. They fell in love. And, they met at a disco. And then they had a child, a boy, who was born in 2019. So this information is from court records, and this guy Hamza is telling the story, right? Hamza from Tunisia. And he says, but after birth, she changed, he says. So they had a lot of fighting, and he started to hit her. And then there was, he was not allowed to see them, or he was not allowed to see her at least. And but still they met. Yeah, this Ann-Katrin, German lady, she met this guy anyway. And he says this guy, the Tunisian guy, was very upset about the boy being baptized. That's right. So they met again. They met again and again. Then there was this night on February 13 in a hotel room. They were drinking vodka and Red Bull, he says. And they had sex. And there was a fight, and this guy strangled her to death. All right. The police detained the man. The baby goes to a foster family. The mother was 28 years old. She was lying next to her baby. She was strangled to death. All right, so what is this story about, really? Well, I think it's about awareness. So I noticed something about Swedes in general. They are starting to become aware. But awareness is like something that is coming in steps. And the Swedes, I would say, they are becoming aware of economy, for instance. They understand that they are getting poorer. They understand that the healthcare system is starting to fall apart, that the police is having problem. They understand that the government is raising taxes. They understand these things. But do they really understand the full picture? Of course not. That's why I'm saying that awareness is coming step by step, see? So, of course, reality is that, well, you look at the future and what is really going on in Sweden, it's much, much worse than getting poor. You see, there's something else going on here. And people need to understand it. Now, I am considered maybe dangerous for looking into these things. Maybe I'm considered sick or phobic. But I have news for you guys who claim this. It's actually you. You are the sick ones. Yeah. You're afraid to look for yourself. You're afraid to know the truth. You are trying to keep others from knowing the truth. You see? You're afraid of the answers. And I think you are also lazy. So, you're the sick ones. That's all. Bye.